Today, this video is all about Miraflores, the most popular urbanization in Mijas Costa. Wow, what a story. I just came out from a meeting. The first time I met this gentleman, Ole Sigurdsson, that I did not know existed. Hvor kigger vi hen?
Ikke så tæt på.
Vi er forfængelige. This guy bought all this land back in the 80s when it was only desert. It's like the pictures he showed me was incredible.
I put nearly 40% of my investment was on an outside.
You can't say that about Riviera del Sol when you see it today.
No.
They've been quite rough on that chunk of land.
But again, there is no master plan there. It's just you sell the land to whoever and they can do what they like.
And he built everything here, responsible for everything, and I just got the whole story and I really want to share it with you.
All the apartments in Miraflores I have built was all sold under construction.
I have to say Miraflores is one of the most popular areas, with the greenest areas on the whole stretch from maybe La Cala towards
Mijas Costa is not very exciting.
No.
But Miraflores, it stands out.
It's the greenest spot, the only spot really worth attention and mentioning in Mijas Costa, to be a little rude.
You can see why is this more expensive than that.
Yes. You were quite forward thinking. I mean, today we also see a lot of the new developments thinking more in green, at least in their marketing. Let's see. Today it's all about, check this out, Miraflores. The greenest area in Mijas Costa. Prøv lige at se her. Altså, det her det er velholdt. Well kept. Well kept. Det kan man ikke klage over. Take a look at this. 240 euros on average community fees. Så det vi nok skal nu, det er, at vi går simpelthen op for at pitche. Bare lad den køre. Jeg får lige mine briller her i.
It's a business. In the early days, I only built villas.
Så tager vi lige bagvejen ud af kontoret.
Ja.
Vi burde lige vise folk, or maybe we should continue in English. We should just show our audience just a few of the key places here.
Yeah.
So which way do you want to go, Ole? From what year are we talking?
1981.
It's all about your mojo.
You don't have a master plan.
I know.
You just have some dreams.
It's all about your mojo.
It's all about your mojo.
I'm born in Iran. My father from Iceland. And my mother from Iran.
Yeah.
He went there before the Second World War to build the railroad by a Danish company, Kamsaks. And then he met my mother. She was translating and got 4 kids, and I'm number 2.
That's an odd mix in my ears. Iceland and Persian and speaking Danish.
Yeah, my mother was fire. My father was ice.
Here's a little story that must be told. Here's a little story that must be told.
It's all about your mojo.
It's all about your mojo.
And
Sunshine, blue skies. Anyhow, my father sent me, all of us, when we came to a certain age, to Denmark to study.
Yeah.
He didn't like the education system in Iran, and I was sent to Denmark when I was 12, boarding school. I finished the boarding school, went to university, became a civil engineer.
Yeah.
And after 5 years working in Denmark, my father said, you cannot stay in the same company anymore.
Right.
You have to move every 5 years. And he came to Denmark with my mother and decided to go to Torremolinos.
Right.
And when he came back, he said, I know what you should do. I said, what should I do? You go to Spain, in Málaga province, and buy some land, build some houses.
Really?
I said, I don't know, where the hell is Málaga? And he showed me the map, and he said, I don't speak Spanish, it doesn't matter. And that was the beginning of my building life.
How old are, let me rephrase
I was 30 years old.
30 years old?
Yeah.
And when was this,
In
without revealing your age?
1973. I'm telling my kids, move all the time, or else you don't meet anybody. Or else you don't meet anybody. That time my parents lived still in Iran, because before the revolution, and then the revolution came in '79.
Yes.
In Iran. My parents then came to Spain, and my father said, okay, let's spend some money. And we went around, and if you go around the coast, you see very few land that start from the sea and go up, 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 continue for a long time. Mostly they go quickly up or down, or they go flat, and then go up, and I wanted everybody to have view. And we bought it there, and...
you bought the land as we know today as Miraflores.
Yeah.
And how many square meters did you say?
350,000.
Wow.
Yeah. 35 hectares. Yeah. And okay, it was a big mouthful. I was not that old then. In the meantime, I had built a lot of villas in Torremoye, for instance. Also some in Riviera del Sol, and I also built a complex, which is this one you can see here. 38 townhouses there.
In the actual Riviera del Sol.
Yeah, 38 apartments. 38 duplex apartments, and it's called Pueblo del Sol. I built another one next door, that's called El Mirador, but it's not on this photo yet. So, so this is how we started this, and because of the revolution of Iran, the money was cut for my family, right? Because my father had mostly bank shares, and they all became nationalized.
Yes.
So your shares is zero worth, right? So we had to do it step by step.
It's all about your mojo. It's all about your mojo.
This of course, the beginning, you see there is no road.
No.
There is nothing.
And here,
this is the main road. That
here we
nothing.
are in
81.
81, I can hardly see without my glasses.
81, yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And you know that is Mijas Pueblo.
That was still there.
Yeah, that's Mijas Pueblo. So this is in 81. When we go to the next page, in 82, you can see I asphalted this little road here, and then I only put asphalt up to here.
So is this the first you built?
Pueblo 1.
That's Pueblo 1, yeah.
And here we continue, you can see the building. I put quickly in the swimming pool. I made the road nice.
82.
And then we have a crane with the generator.
Just before we turn the page here, how did you get the clients back then in 82?
I tell you how.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Do you understand it? It's I'm in the middle of the desert there, right? Everybody was selling in Fuengirola, in Torremolinos, in Benalmádena, very few Marbella. Marbella was really, Fuengirola was not exciting either, so mostly was selling all the big agency, like Cristina Sekelin and all those who came at the same time, all their office was in Torremolinos.
Yeah.
But that was where there was sale.
That was the center of Costa del Sol.
This area, and very little. And they wouldn't come here, the agents. No? So I said, how about I give you 15%?
Then I'd come.
And
I'd get out of bed.
It was quite simple at that time, because I just increased the price. Also remember, the first 2-bedroom I sold was 4,500,000 pesetas.
4,500,000 pesetas.
Peseta.
How much is that in euros today? Do we have a...
36,000 or something like that, euro. I wanted the sale go quicker than the building.
So now we are in 83.
Now Pueblo 1 is finished.
Pueblo 1 here, yeah?
Yeah, it's finished.
And then you've started
And
something
so
up here with the
I started Pueblo 2.
Yeah. You've done something right back then, because this is still so incredibly popular.
Yeah, this is still very popular.
Yeah, and they still sell.
Yeah. No, and the strange thing is that most builders here, they build something and they leave it, go away. I did it opposite. I said, no, I want to stay here, not do something and go away. And so I made all the rules.
Speaking of regulations, did you also make regulations for renting out? I mean, holiday rental allowance? Any regulations?
No, I didn't do that time, and I also think it's wrong.
Yeah.
I think it's wrong because it makes first your property less worth.
That's true.
Why would I make my owner's property less worth?
This is 80. What does it say for?
84.
Oh, that's a hot year.
Yeah, and there you see phase 1, and then you have phase 2, which is not fully finished, and I started there with Parque.
Parque, Miraflores Parque.
Parque.
That is the most modern one, is it? Still to this day?
Was a hill.
Yeah.
Parque was a hill.
Yeah.
So I said, let's cut, and next to it was the sports center, and that was a big valley. So let's cut this hill. Today you can't do it because you can maximum move 4-meter land.
Yeah.
Let's cut this and fill this. And as I said to you earlier, for me was the flower stand, right, of Miraflores.
Yeah.
I want to put a flower stand.
In Flagstang.
Yeah. And because the hill was round, so naturally you would design something round. It took me longer time to design that than to build it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's still very contemporary design when you go in there.
The architect from Estepona I used, Manuel Camisuli, and we made 3 different models before I said, that's the one, that's the one we're going to have. And as you see, there's small ideas here which are important. Like I didn't want any TV antenna on the building because you're all overlooking each other. So the more you go up with better view, the worse your view is going to be because you got more and more antenna in front of you. And then, God forbid, when they started done with the satellite, right?
Yeah, parabol, whatever.
Yeah. So what I did, I said, no TV antenna. We have a centralized TV and everybody's cabled. So we put 24 kilometers of cable. And you saw the land, there was not a single tree.
No.
So these trees, they say good morning to me every day, because I put them there.
You put them already? Wow. Let's turn the page.
Now you can see better, because in the beginning was this flimsy planes, and now we could go a bit higher so we can have a better look. There we have Parque, there we have Jardín, A, B, and C, and this is Monte B there.
Yeah.
And this side we haven't started yet, which is Rancho A, B.
In my opinion, this is also, I think this chunk here is what I really like, and the views from up here are spectacular.
Yeah.
To the, I would say, north or east also, towards La Cala.
So strangely, here in the front, which is called Monte A, was about 8 meters higher than Monte B. So I cut it off, all Monte A, and put the earth back on Monte B.
Right, that's why.
Lift Monte B.
Wow.
Lower Monte A, and at Monte A you only have 1-story villas, right? Townhouses, except in the corner you have duplexes, but that doesn't bother those ones behind. So that is Monte A was built on the cut, and Monte B was built on a fill. And a lot of things couldn't be made here in the golf course, Miraflores Golf, because it was also big valleys.
Yeah.
Most of the flatting is from earth from Miraflores,
Right.
from our cutting we put there, right?
Really?
Yeah. The owner of that time was Sigurdsson, permit us to, when you want to make a golf course,
Yeah.
so he need to fill up the valleys, right? Today is much more difficult to do that. I was never intending to make the building stand out. I wanted the garden to stand out.
Yeah.
I didn't want to build monuments. You know,
No.
many architects, they like to make designs that are very fancy and so on, so and so.
Yeah.
But that's okay for a villa, but for homes, and if you look at it, everything is traditional material. There's no untraditional material. Because I wanted to keep the Spanish Pueblo style.
Yeah.
And that we had to stop because all the roof tiles are taken from old houses.
Yeah.
And there is no more old houses to take. So, and they are they break very easy.
Yeah.
So we had to put a new one underneath.
Yeah.
And the top one was the old
cosmetic one, yeah.
with full of moss and
Yeah,
all that,
patina.
maybe 400-year-old,
Really?
right? Yeah, and we put those on the roofs.
Yeah.
Spanish roofs are not red, not supposed to be red.
No.
They're supposed to be
Yeah. And luckily today we also see that coming back.
Yeah.
People have finally had
now
enough.
now they are doing some tiles that looks like those old ones.
Yeah,
Of course. And I also introduced this one. The reason is we had the land here,
Yeah.
and people also want to go down to the beach. They couldn't cross the road.
No. I see 4 cars here. Today it will be like 400.
Yeah.
crazy.
And the people had to go over, and the bridges that were built here were all with stairs.
Yeah.
And they said, how are they going to go with the small kids with all these stairs, or even with a trolley or with a bicycle? How are they going to go over there? So I
made the
made
inclination
the
on
first
it,
bridge
Well done.
with ramp.
Yeah.
And now everybody has copied me.
Yeah.
All the bridges now
No, but
made
it's,
afterwards,
it's a good
they're
point.
with ramps.
Yeah.
Right? And this bridge was very important to also promote this area.
I was here recently looking at an investment property here, but today in Pueblo 1 it is hard to not notice the road noise today. I bet back then that would have been silent.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's so fun to see this part, the other side, the beach side, because here is also built now. And actually last week I was in a beautiful penthouse here. Maybe we can show some pictures of that just to see how it looks today. Nu kører vi ind. Og så det første, der møder os, når vi åbner døren, det er en helvedes vejstøj ude fra A7'eren. Men det kan man jo ikke se på billederne, når man udlejer, hvis det var det. Og så snart man er om på den anden side, så blokerer selve blokken for sig selv, så der er ikke en lyd om bagved. Kun det blå hav. Frygtelig larm af A7'eren. Men, og der er ingen elevator. Det er hårdt. Det er hårdt at gå. Men det er noget godt, vi skal op til. Prøv lige at se det her. Ja, jeg kunne godt tænke mig en first line. Der må gerne være lidt pool, man kigger ned på. Lidt sovesofaer og sengetøj. Lige en gangbro, så jeg også kan gå ind til byen. Og lige hen på en af de hotteste beachclub. Så vil jeg gerne have lidt andalusisk tag at kigge på. Og lidt terrasse overdæk, hvor jeg kan sidde om aftenen. Det må også godt være en lille bitte smule sydvestvendt. Ja, den har jeg faktisk fundet. Et åbent køkken. Skal der lige opdateres lidt? Ja. Det er også derfor, den kun koster 875. En suite. Dejlige 2000 byggesten. Men prøv lige at se. Udlejningspotentialet for den her. Og gensalgsværdien, hvis man bare lige sidder lige så stille lige og venter lidt. Til dem, der ser den her, af mine kære potentielle købere, så fortæl mig lige, om I har nogensinde har set en penthouse til 875, der tilbyder det her. For det har jeg bare ikke. Hun siger over 2.000 per uge. Det tror jeg er rigtigt. I højsæson, siger hun. Der er så noget sauna og noget spa, eller steam room. Altså, vil man putte det her ind, hvis man blev spurgt, hvad man gerne vil have? Nej. Men vil man så hellere bo i en moderne blok, inde i et moderne byggeri? Man ved da det her. Men det er bare så sjældent, de kommer op. Det er en resale. Så man kan faktisk købe den i sit SL på 2%. Det er også lige til at klare. Fuck, den er nice.
49 apartments.
I'm always interested in this area because for let's say very cheap investment units, it's a very good area. Up in what do you have, Juliana? This corner unit here, it's a really beautiful one for sale just now also. Og deler jeg lige her med drengene. Andreas Smil, the best looking guy on the team. Og for tennisbanerne i Miraflores. Fucking nice, den her. Den er lige som den skal være. Det er perfekt til begge sider. Det er perfekt. Hæft en god overraskelse. Prøv lige se her. Sydvestland kig. Jeg kunne simpelthen ikke ligge bedre. Vi må ikke være alt for begejstrede. Den er fucking nice. Det er sydvest. Ja, og så har du endda... Problemet med de her er jo, at man aldrig har noget lys ind bagfra. Det er den bedste, jeg har set i lang tid af de her små. Og 2 bade, altså. Du skal ikke engang lave et andet. Hvad sker der? Nu skal vi tage den før Andreas sælger den. Den her, den skal vi tage. 100%. Thomas?
Yeah.
How much was this one?
$295.
Don't like the price. Ew. $295.
Then we went on here. This is beginning finished. You see 87, now it's all finished.
Yeah.
And all Miraflores, this end is finished.
Yeah.
Now we start that end.
Yeah.
See, that's the golf course.
Yeah, that's the golf course.
It, that's the green. No?
Yeah.
And now you can see we've started building more over here.
Yeah.
Right? And this is 88.
88.
And then really, when we finish...
I love this picture. This really sets Miraflores apart from all the other rubbish to be a little bit rough.
Yeah.
You must take credit for the way it is today with all the green.
Yeah, the municipality call it the most emblematic urbanization they have in Mijas. And they gave me a prize.
Of course, you should have a prize.
Yeah, they gave me a prize for those. They gave me a prize for the gardens, right?
Yeah.
But you see, mostly you buy a land.
Yeah.
Who decide what you can build? The municipality. In the old day, I could buy 350,000 square meter land. Mm-hmm. Now you can't. You don't buy land square meter. You buy volume square building you can build.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So when the municipality, when this started, because they start to increase the volume you can build. Although I at that time had the same right as Riviera.
Yeah.
I could build just the same.
You could have.
Yeah. But you see, if the municipality starts putting up the volume, the man who owns the land, who has done nothing, except that the municipality has double or triple the volume, he said it tripled the price. So the poor man who buys it, to make any money, he has to build the full volume of construction.
Yeah, that's in the nature of any capitalist.
And unfortunately, it is done on land with the same road, same sewage pipe, same water pipe, and you cannot triple that afterwards.
No.
You know, you have to do it when you urbanize. You say, okay, here's going to be 3 times the more cars. So one day, I don't know what they're going to do. They have to certainly make new roads and everything. But I try to say, I don't really care about all that. What I care about, this is my dream, and I want to do it the way I want to do it.
We can make a Miraflores
We have
too.
now created a reputation, a logo. Miraflores logo.
Brand, I would say.
Our brand is a brand now. So, and I built in 3 buildings in Morocco, and they were sold like that.
Do you call them Miraflores?
All of them.
Yeah.
This one is like Borj Miraflores. Right? You can see it there. It's called Borj Miraflores.
Where's that?
That's in Tangier.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And that's Borj Miraflores. And it was sold like that. To who? To Moroccans who've come here on holiday.
And this leads me to why we are here today. I came here 2 days ago because you pitched me a brand new project or an opportunity, I would say. And that got me very excited. And then we got carried away with the whole story of Miraflores, which is very, very cool. But the project that you presented to me is the last, I would say, plot here worth developing or mentioning even, right?
Yeah, the only plot.
Yeah. So we won't say any more, but we will definitely do a part 2 of this video, because that will excite a lot of investors.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Should we let that be the last words for now? And maybe before we go, do you want to take me around and show me some of the most, just a few of the key points we've been talking about today?
Let me see what it says to restaurant.
So what we need to do, Simon, we need to come back and record the pitch of the plot that has come up for sale with the project on it. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Goodie.
Det der tager vi af, når jeg holder på.
Vi holder det bare på, ikke? Vi skal have et par billeder.
Okay.
Du kan også tage noget video, eller tage nogle billeder. Hvor kigger vi hen?
Ikke så tæt på.
Vi er forfængelige.
Jeg synes, det er lidt højere.
Ja, jeg synker lidt. Tager du nogen også der?
Okay.
Ja.
Let's go.
Det var fandme godt, det her. All right, everybody, that was all we had in this week's video. If you're out there inspired and maybe you want to buy a property in this area, you should know that prices range from around 150,000 euros for a one bed all the way up to just below $1 million for a detached or semi-detached villa penthouse. Now, the average price in this area should be around 2,100, and the resale value once you start reforming and the rental potential here is simply amazing. Get in contact and remember,
it's all about your Mojo.